Good afternoon, folks. It's Fred Campos, owner of DFW Website Designers. It is a wonderful Saturday, March the 12th, 2022. This is episode number 337 of your 3 business tips at 3 o'clock in and around 3 minutes. So this past week, we've been talking about business decisions, how to make business decisions, ideas, formulas, how to make them in a group, how to make an individual. And today we're going to zero in on making financial money decisions. Solopreneurs, small business owners, most of the time, most of the hard decisions you're going to make probably by yourself are going to deal with financial. Do I hire this employee? Do I have enough money to sustain that versus not hiring? Do I go into this service or invest this money in this particular software or not do it? A lot of the decisions you make are going to be financial. So I'm going to give you a formula, a different idea way to look at the financial dollar amounts of making that decision, whether you should do it or not do it. So the formula is going to be like this. We're going to talk about the upside times odds minus the downside times odds to give us a benefit risk cost, and then discuss whether or not we would even do it or if it's worth the loss. So business tip number 1. What is the financial upside to this decision? So if I hire this new employee, okay, it's going to cost me, $2,500 a month, but it's going to yield me $5,000 more of output, okay? So then my upside would be $2,500, right? That would be the benefit. But then I have to take into consideration, what are the odds of that happening? Adding this new staff member is absolutely going to get me $5,000 more, or I'm about 50% sure of that. So you take the upside dollar amount and you multiply it by the odds. Then what you got to do is you got to look at the downside. Oh, okay, hire a new employee, that's going to cost me, fully loaded FTE. That may cost me $6,000. Can my budget affect it? Well, I'm about 80% sure it can, or maybe it can't. What are the downsides? You're going to take the financial number again and multiply it by the odds of whether or not that's going to happen. Because the reality is, business owners, you're not 100% right about any decision you make. Usually it's somewhere in the middle, but you should, if you're realistic with yourself, have some idea that I'm about 20% sure, 50% sure this is going to happen or not happen. And that's what I want you to analyze. And the last part about this is that's going to give you a formula, and it's going to equal something that hopefully is a positive number. If it's not a positive number, then it isn't worth doing. You shouldn't be adding or spending money that isn't going to benefit you. If it is a positive number, which hopefully it is, you have to ask yourself one more question. If that didn't happen and that number was 0, would I still do it? Because you got to get yes to both being positive and would you do it. That's kind of a different way of analyzing it from a math perspective, just a different formula to help you make financial decisions. That's what I'm learning this week. Anything I learn, I throw over the fence to you because I want you guys to be awesome. Now go back to sleep.